Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure diorama review. Today, we're going to look at the Extreme Sets Batcave 2.0 pop-up diorama. This is basically a Batcave diorama, but I don't believe Extreme Sets has the legal rights to call it that. I have the Cave 1.0 and it is absolutely amazing, and I expect the Cave 2.0 to be even better. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the front, we have the computer background, Cave in the very back, Cave 2.0 pop-up diorama. Here's an example of how it's going to look inside the package. Blank on top, side, Cave 2.0 pop-up diorama on the back, Extreme Sets. So no further ado, let's open it up. Alright, now that we have this diorama out of the package, here it is laid out in front of you. Looks like it comes with quite a bit of stuff. I see some wall panels, some smaller wall panels, a large floor piece, a toolbox, a control panel, a keyboard, and then pieces to make a suit display. In this video, we're going to take a look at the assembly. We'll put this thing together, and then we'll check it out in my Batcave setup, and with a bunch of other Batman-related figures and vehicles. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's start putting it together. One very helpful piece is going to be this instruction paper here. It'll give you an inventory of everything included, and it'll give you step-by-step instructions how to put it together. Some of these extreme sets can be quite complicated, so the instructions are very handy. Let's start with step 1, the control panel. We'll start off by putting the control panel and keyboard together. Looks like it's going to be a large computer, Bat computer. Take each piece here, open it up, each one of these different creases, fold it very thoroughly across, fold it very firm. It will help you in the long run. Make sure every single one of those creases gets folded down. The better you do it now, the easier it'll be in the long run. Now that I've creased each one of those bends, we'll take this thing and put it together. It's going to sort of wrap in this way. These tabs will fold into here, and something pretty similar on the edges. The pieces will all sort of fit in together. Now that we've got the control put together, this is how it should look. It should be fairly stable and secure. Next, let's take this keyboard and attach that thing. Now we have to attach this keyboard, and for the life of me, I just cannot figure it out. I'm not gonna lie, their instructions suck. I look at pictures online, and the keyboard attaches about like this, but how does it stay on? Totally blank on the back, nothing here for it to plug into. I almost feel like you need an adhesive strip or something, but it didn't come with anything like that. Should be like this, but how do you get it to stay without just falling off? Now let's assemble the toolbox. It's flattened right now. First step, crease it on all the folds. Every little flap here, crease it as firmly as possible. It'll just help you in the long run. Once that's done, it's all going to sort of fold inside of each other. And there you have it. You have a toolbox for Batman to put all of his stuff inside of that you actually can't put anything inside of. Well, I guess you'd always open the flap and store a bunch of stuff in there. Now let's assemble the two suit displays. You have the exterior, you have the interior, and you have an optional interior curved wall. I'm going to assemble it with all those things together. We'll start off with the exterior here. Now be very careful when unfolding this. There are some thin pieces here and they're very easy to rip. Like I said, just be very careful with that stuff. Go slow. It's right here is the issue. When you start to move it, there's a crease here. Make sure you crease this first. It'll help prevent it from ripping here. I remember this on the last one. It was very, very easy to do. So, as we sort of open it, fold it completely opposite of how it was before. Very strong. Fold in all the little tabs. Pre-crease everything. See, once again, I pushed it a little bit too fast. It's starting to rip here. Careful on that. Oop. Definitely could do a little better job on this guy. Kind of messed this one up. I'll do better on the second one. Once that's done, push everything in together. And there you have it. The exterior of two different suit displays. This is the one that I ripped just a tiny bit at the bottom. I did this one perfect because I was a little more careful. So far, so good. Now let's do the interior. So here are the two interior pieces. Totally flat. A lot of creases on the back. First thing I want to do, fold all the pieces inward on the creases. Fold it very firmly. Leave this top one open for now. You'll see why. So you'll want it more or less like this. Next you'll take your suit displays. You gotta open them at the top. Take the interior here, fold it like so, and just sort of drop it down in there. Now that we have the interiors added, don't show the top yet. Keep the back of the interior up, the top open. Then you'll want to take these curved interiors. They're a little bit thinner cardboard. Wrap them up, drop them inside. Here are the two suit displays fully assembled. This one has a curved back, this one does not. I can kind of see why you would and would not want that thing. I think it looks better with it in, but it does get rid of some space. Here's the curved one. Here's the non-curved one. They look very similar. I'm going to go ahead and add the curved one here so it looks better, and it still has plenty of room for any 6 and 7 inch figures in there. Here they are, both with the curved piece in the back. Now if you were to add some LED lights to the bottom or the top, it could make a really cool suit display. They have some sort of imitation lights in there. Very nice either way, and they're very large. Extreme sets are typically for 6 inch figures, but you can pretty much always put 7 inch and usually even 8 inch stuff in there too. Here they are, next to the older suit display that came with the Extreme Sets Batcave 1.0. Ripped it pretty bad on that one, but it still looks good. Here's a bat suit in the suit display box. I think it looks great. It's going to be a fantastic background piece to the Batcave, and now I'm going to have more than one. I'll have to find some more suits to fill them in. Here are these suit display pieces next to the real deal. This is a Notice Studios 1/12 scale Dark Knight Rises Batman suit display piece, and it is one of the most amazing pieces in my collection. I absolutely love this thing. Now that we got all the extra stuff out of the way, let's put the actual cave together. Here's the floor piece. It is quite large. Now, I'll sort of crease it against the creases, try to lay it flat. Now it's definitely better, but it's not exactly flush. You can see where it's a little bit risen right here. I'll probably put something heavy on this thing and keep it like that all day, but for now it'll do. But this little segment here is risen a little bit more than the rest, making it a little bit more difficult to stand your action figures. Adding the walls will hopefully push it down more too. Next, we have 4 of these larger walls and 2 of these smaller walls. I'm going to try to assemble them exactly like they're pictured at the Extreme Sets website. One thing I will show you to prep you on these wall pieces, you want to completely fold it where the crease is very firmly, at least on the ones that you're interconnect. It will open up these sort of slots here, and you can insert the tabs from the other ones. Just make your life easier. But figure out how you're going to assemble it first and fold it in the appropriate places. Here's the floor and walls put together. This thing looks really cool, and damn, this thing is huge. And yes, that is totally what she said. Now let's go ahead and insert all the extra supplemental pieces. I went ahead and dropped in the suit display pieces behind the wall. Doesn't take away from the massive display and play area you have, and they look fantastic cut into the wall like that. Next I dropped in the toolbox on the right hand side. It just sort of sits there. Now I want to drop in this computer and keyboard, but I still haven't figured out how to attach the keyboard. The instructions are very vague. It just simply shows the keyboard goes on this thing, but there's no cardboard slot to put in or anything like that. There's no hole in there either. Luckily, I have a roll of double-sided tape, so I'm going to put a strip on here. Nowhere does it tell you to provide your own adhesive. I just feel like I'm not doing this right, but there's simply no other options. A nice little strip included with the set would have been nice for that. So I went ahead and put a strip of double-sided tape onto the back of this keyboard. I just can't help but feel this is not what I'm supposed to do, but there are no other options. So here goes nothing. This stuff's usually pretty strong, but I'm hoping this is going to really last forever like this. Maybe glue would have been better. We'll see. So this just cannot have been the right thing to do, as the keyboard is now too heavy. It falls forward. I'm going to have to open up the side, put something heavy in here. It just doesn't make sense. This is exactly how it's pictured on the Extreme Sets website and the instructions, but it's just too front heavy now. No problem putting something inside of here, but I just can't imagine that's how it's supposed to be. So I opened up the side, put something small with a little bit of weight in there, and now it's perfect like a computer. Now put the computer, the controller, and the keyboard in front of the monitors. Batcave indeed. And here's an image of the previous Extreme Sets Batcave 1.0 fully assembled. Here's a look at Batman's computer station in this set. Phenomenal. Quite a bit more impressive than the computer station from the Cave 1.0, and that one is really cool as well. I took the chair from the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batcave, and you've got a great workstation for Batman at this point. Now to check out the measurements of this thing, and it is enormous. As far as how wide it is, looking at about 37.5 inches wide. As far as how tall it is, a little bit over 14 inches tall. And as far as how deep it is, about 27 inches deep, and that's not even counting the extra space you need for the suits behind it. Now I wanted to check out the action features. It doesn't really have any traditional action features. It has these two suitcases. Then we have the large computer area for Batman to sit in. Sort of useless toolbox sitting on the other side. And a large area in the middle where it looks like a Batmobile should go. Now let's go ahead, put some figures and vehicles in here. We'll start off by filling in the suitcases in the back. Next, let's put a Batmobile in this thing. Here's the Mattel Hot Wheels 1/11th scale Batmobile from the Batman. A giant Batmobile. Fits perfect in this thing. Add in the McFarlane DC Multiverse rubber pants in Batman. He's at the back computer. This Batcave's really starting to take shape at this point. Add in an Alfred here, serving tea for Master Bruce. They don't really make the right Alfred for the Batman, but this comic Alfred will suffice for now. So here we go. The Batman setup in this Batcave. I should probably switch to the SH Figure Arts rubber pants in Batman. This one has a cloth cape, fits in the chair and computer a little better. And you know what? Let's add in the Batcycle and the Drifter motorcycle in the background. And here it is, with the Ben Affleck Batman. This is a Mayfix version from Justice League. We've got his version of the Batmobile in the middle. Then, here's a Dark Knight Trilogy Christian Bale Batman at the back computer. This is the Mayfix version. We have a Soap Studios tumbler in the middle, and the Mattel Michael Caine Alfred serving him tea. Here's the NECA 1989 Keaton Batman at the back computer. This is the old Toy Biz 89 Batmobile in the middle. Hopefully when McFarlane releases there from the Flash movie, it'll work in a display like this. We got the Michael Gough Alfred as well. And here's the Adam West 1966 NECA Batman. We have the Alan Napier Alfred next to him, and the 66 Batmobile by Mattel in the middle. Here's the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batman at the back computer. His matching Alfred, then his Batmobile and Batcycle in the background. Here's a comic version of Batman by NECA. We have the comic Alfred back, comic Batmobile by Mattel in the middle. And finally, here's a Mayfix Dark Knight Returns Batman in the back computer, keeping that comic Alfred there. Custom Bat Tank in the middle. Now there are plenty of other things you can do to enhance this cave. Here's my dinosaur, large Joker card, and large coin. I do need to find a much larger coin, but some signature items for the Batcave. They're a little big for this setup, even though this thing is so large, so I'm going to keep them in my main Batcave area. So this diorama is quite large. It would be very difficult to keep it fully assembled. It would just take up far too much space, even though it is absolutely fantastic as is. I have a very large Batcave setup, and I plan to disassemble this thing and use it to enhance my Batcave. Unfortunately, my cave is quite in disarray right now, so I'm going to include an older clip. This is from the Extreme Sets Batcave 1.0. I'm going to do something similar with this diorama. Probably put the 1.0 on the bottom and incorporate this piece onto my second level. And here's what I'm going to be doing with this Extreme Sets Batcave. This is my entire Batcave and Wayne Manor setup. Starts off with this Power Attack Batcave. It's got a ramp and an entryway for a vehicle. And you can see there's a lot more inside. Starts off with these two Mattel, Justice League, and Batman vs. Superman DC Cinematic Universe Batcaves. They're massive. They are very tall. Inside here, you can see some of his trophies at the bottom. We've got the dinosaur, the coin, the Joker card. This epic Kenner Batman Forever Batcave. This thing is absolutely huge. Some various vehicles in the background here. More Batmobiles for him to drive. Of course, the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series Batcave. Mattel Movie Masters Batman suit display. We've got a TARDIS down there. It's got some nice platforms similar to a Batcave. Bunch of armored bat suits. The Flying Fox, the Batwing wall mounted. Hot Toys the Bat. Couple trophies here, Two-Face coin, a Joker gun, the Robin suit, Batman of the Batcave with Alfred. Using the Extreme Sets on the shelf here, working out very nicely. You can see some of his chemistry lab, workshop, Alfred the computer. Then moving up to the Wayne Manor. A staircase here. Alfred touching with the piano. Dining hall with a portrait of his parents. And here's Alfred's Kitchen. Then above the next shelf, Alfred reading a book, having some wine. Wayne Manor Library. Here's Master Damien. Bruce and Alfred at the fireplace. Alfred stoking the fire. And above that, I have a whole bunch of different Batman-related vehicles. My Batcave setup. So that was a look at the Extreme Sets Batcave 2.0. I would say it's bigger and better than the first one in almost every possible way. It has two of the suit holders, whereas the previous one had one. It has a bigger, more impressive bat computer. The actual cave is larger. The only thing it's missing is that sort of cavern doorway type piece that the other one came with, and that's a pretty small deal. Hell, you could even bring that one into this Batcave. So as a whole, I'm going to put this to a ton of use. It is fantastic how Extreme Sets work from your small 6-inch figures all the way up to your larger 8-inch stuff and anything in between. This will be great for my McFarlane DC Multiverse stuff, as well as DC Direct, Mayfix, all my different Batman figures. I wonder if they're going to make a 3.0 in the future. Wouldn't surprise me. As I understand it, the 1.0 sold very well. They even re-released it at one point, and I imagine the 2.0 is going to do pretty good as well. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure diorama and action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.